The first competition of the night is Monster Jam JCB Racing. Take a look up at the video board for a preview of the track. All 8 drivers have been seeded based on a random draw, and tonight it's driver against the clock, which means the driver with the fastest time will take the first 8 points of the event and the racing win. So, Orlando, who's ready for Monster Jam JCB Racing?
Keep that energy going for our first competitor pulling up to the line. It's Jamie Garner, Team Zombie. Earlier today, Jamie Garner had a time of 11.733. Let's see if he's able to shave that down a little bit, because he's going to be the person setting the pace and the tone for the JCB racing competition. He's focusing his attention on the race lights directly in front of him, telling him to fire up, get staged at the line, and let's go green! And 11.266 for Jamie Garner, Team Zombie. So that will be the official time to beat here in the JCB racing competition. Let's take a look at that super glued to the action replay. Comes around that turn, swings it wide, and I am getting word now that there is a 5-second penalty, which we might be able to see better from this angle. You see, he overshoots the ramp. He must have 2 BKT tires up the ramp simultaneously in order to cross the finish line. He was unable to do that, which means he does get a 5-second penalty. Therefore, his official time will be 16.266. Continuing on with our next competitor, Orlando's own Logan Ashline, Team Sparkle Smash. And with that, she will have a 5-second penalty on that race pass. You can see she hit and crushed our gray turn cone. As part of the criteria for the race pass, you must go around the turn cone. If you crush it or push it out of bounds, it is a 5-second penalty. I'll go into that a little bit more in detail momentarily. But let's take a look at the super glued to the action replay. She had a similar issue this afternoon. She's not swinging that Monster Jam truck wide enough around the turn cone. She's cutting it a little too close and too quick. She makes up some time down the straightaway and even down this final turn, but that 5-second penalty did not do her any favors. 16.833 will be the official time on the board for Logan Ashline, Team Sparkle Smash. Now, I do want to reiterate the fact that the gray turn cone is part of the obstacles that are down there on the track. You can actually see one of our tech officials going ahead and switching that out. The goal for the drivers is to go around the turn cone, stay nice and tight around that turn. But again, as you've seen so far, if you hit it or push it out of bounds, it is a 5-second penalty. Pulling up to the line, he took the JCB racing competition earlier this afternoon. It's Zach Garner, Monster Mutt Dalmatian. Earlier today, an incredible time of 10.6. Can he outdo himself? We're going to find out. .533, 10.533, which means we got a new leader and a new score to beat. Now take a look at the super glued to the action replay. Got some nice high flying action as he crossed the finish line. Stayed nice and smooth around the turn cone, cut this corner perfectly with precision. And again, 10.533, which means we got a new leader and a new time to beat. Now, in just a moment, you will see one of our tech officials come back out to reset that turn cone. It is important to note, though, Zach Garner crossed the finish line already. So that turn cone being knocked over is not a penalty. It happened after he crossed the finish line. Continuing on with our fourth competitor, pulling up to the line, Kristen Anderson, Team Gravedigger. Kristen Anderson has the second fastest time of anybody on this list of competitors, a 9.266 on the 2026 season. .10.7, close, but not enough to jump to the top of the leaderboard. Super glue to the action replay. Got a little wobbly at the end when she was going up the ramp to cross the finish line. But overall, a smooth race pass right off the jump. Nice control around the turn cone. And at the very end, that little weeble wobble, lost a little bit of time there. One more time, 10.7 for Kristen Anderson, Team Gravedigger. Time to beat remains Zach Garner, Monster Mutt Dalmatian. But coming up next, we have one of the fastest drivers in this bunch. We got Dalton Widener, Team Classroom Crusher. Dalton Widener, the 2024 Arena Racer of the Year. So we know this guy is fast down there on the track. The fastest time for him on the season, a 9.116, the fastest of anybody in this lineup. $11,950. Super glue to the action replay. What cost him some time is that final turn. He went really out and wide on that one. And when you do that, you got to make up the time somehow. So he did punch the throttle to cross the finish line, but it was not enough. Continuing on, it's Tony Oakes, Team JCB Digatron. Tony Oakes has 25 JCB racing wins on the season. $10.850. These laps are getting faster and faster. But unfortunately for Tony Oakes, JCB Digatron, it was not enough to jump to the top of the leaderboard. Take a look at the super glue to the action replay. Hiked up on those side BKT tires right there at the end. Got a little stuck in that rut before crossing the finish line. Once again, 10.850 for Tony Oakes, JCB Digatron. Pulling up to the line, Deirdre Garner, Team Megalodon. This is her second time competing this season for Monster Jam, the first ever competing this weekend in Monster Jam Freestyle Mania. 11,466. 11,466 for Deirdre Garner behind the wheel of Megalodon. Super glue to the action replay. Comes around the turn cone with ease. Down the straightaway. Clips the pod. Hits the brakes across that finish line. Orlando, you see him down there on the track, our final competitor in the JCB racing competition. Let's get wild, let's get crazy. It's Armando Castro, Team El Toro Loco. With 25 wins on the season, he is currently tied with Tony Oaks, JCB Digatron, in this particular lineup with 25 JCB racing wins. And with that, your winner of the JCB Racing competition, Armando Castro, Team El Toro Loco. Team El Toro Loco securing the first 8 points of tonight's event. This marks 26 JCB Racing wins for Armando Castro. He's joined by his teammate AJ Rolesboro right there on the track to celebrate this one. He now has the most JCB Racing wins of anybody in this lineup here at Monster Jam Freestyle Mania.
It came down to the wire. The final competitor in JCB Racing, Armando Castro, gets it done. AJ Roseboro joining him here on the pod. 8 points on the board. You gave Zach this run for his money right there. He thought he was going to walk away with it, but you said no. How was it? How do you judge that run, Armando?
Yeah, you know, it's so tough to kind of see the rest of the competitors and see what they're doing. As you guys can see, I was the last one to go out. I'm literally facing the retractable. So I don't know what's going on behind me. I just got to run my own race, man. I'm having fun. I love coming back to Orlando because of you awesome Monster Jam fans. Let's hear it. 25 years of El Toro Loco. Thanks to you guys for supporting this truck throughout the years. It's kind of crazy to say, man, 25 years of El Toro Loco. 10 years behind the wheel, man. I couldn't do it with my friends here. Got my girlfriend here, Savannah, I love you. And I got my boy AJ, make some noise!
Listen to this crowd right now. They're loving Team El Toro Loco. And look, we have two-wheel skills coming up. Is there anything that you learned from the track in the earlier event that's going to lead into two-wheel?
Oh, absolutely. You know, this lineup of drivers is some of the best in two-wheel skills competition. You know, we're able to take the World Finals Championship back in 2024, so I've always felt like there's a target on my back. But that's all right, man. The more pressure, the better. That crazy bull comes out here to put a show for you Monster Jam fans. You guys are about to see some of the crazy two-wheel skills that makes Monster Jam what it is, man. And after that, you're about to see my boy AJ jump on that two-wheel motorcycle, man, and get crazy. But if you're having fun, make some noise. Arriba los Latinos, let's get 'em mucho!
Goes for the popper for attempt number 1 off of that double log stack. The goal is to pop the 12,000-pound Monster Jam truck on the front BKT tires.
That's right. Put those hands together for Logan Ashline. Sparkle Smash. It's time to score at judgeszone.com. Monster Jam fans, again, this is your first opportunity to score, so scan the QR code right there on the video board and go to judgeszone.com.
2 solid popper attempts. That first one didn't have just as much gusto as the second one did. So she was able to find that balancing point a lot better the second time around. Oh, we got some confetti. All right, let's see what you guys thought at judgeszone.com. A 7.212, 7.212. That will be the score to beat here in the two-wheel skills challenge. Moving on to our next competitor. Let's get those zombie arms moving for Jamie Garner, Team Zombie. Second attempt was that sky wheelie. Put your zombie arms in the air. Wave them like you just don't care for Jamie Garner, Team Zombie. Let us know what you guys think at judgeszone.com. Getting word, though, that we have a very special guest hanging in the stands who, Taylor, I think they would be able to kind of critique what we just witnessed. All right, who are you with?
Monster Jam fans, say hello to zombie driver Bari Musauer. Bari, he's an Orlando native. Tell us what you thought of that run by Jamie Garner.
Man, it's so cool. I've been on tour with Jamie all season long. It's kind of cool to see him in a zombie. You know, everybody loves the zombie arms no matter where we go, especially right here in my hometown, Orlando. Show them what's up. Make some noise.
Well, Christina's scores are in, and how are we looking?
Let's take it up to the video board of 5.748. So that's going to put him currently in second place in our two-wheel skills challenge. He's one of the coolest kids in class. It's Dalton Wagner, Team Classroom Crusher. Popper attempts for attempt number 1. Goes for the nose wheelie. Walking that school bus forward. Good control on this second attempt. Vertical positioning spot on as he kicks it into reverse. Potentially going for the moonwalk.
That's right, Monster Jam fans, show him some love. That was Dalton Widener, Classroom Crusher. It's time to score once again at judgeszone.com. Keep in mind, once you scan that QR code, no need to scan it again, but you gotta keep scoring.
That's right, Taylor. So guys, go ahead, slide that BKT tire up or down. Click submit on what you feel he deserves for that run. That first attempt, as I mentioned, was an attempted popper. Didn't quite get the momentum needed to get the balance, but he more than made up for it on that second attempt with that nose wheelie. Scores are locked in. Score to beat Sparkle Smash, 7.212. The score for Classroom Crusher is at 8.407. 8.407, which means we got a new leader and a new score to beat. Take a look at that super glue, glued to the action. Replay goes into the nose wheelie. Balance is really great on those front BKT tires. Slow and steady on this one as he just pushes forward with a lot of grace and finesse. Which when you think of 12,000 pounds of machinery, you don't necessarily think of the word finesse and grace, but a lot of that has to go into these tricks. Continuing on with our next competitor, looking to swim her way to the top of the leaderboard, it's Deirdre Gardner, Team Megalodon. Got some nice air for attempt number one. Let's see what she has up her sleeve for attempt number two. Possibly going for the reverse popper. And there we go on those back BKT tires with the wheelie up the pod.
Everybody get loud and make some noise for Deirdre Gardner, Team Megalodon. Judgeszone.com is open. 20 seconds to lock it in.
First attempt, she got some nice air, but the second attempt, she went a little bit more technical with it, with the reverse popper on those back BKT tires up through the elevated obstacle for the wheelie. Now, she wasn't actually able to compete in the two-wheel skills challenge earlier today due to some truck issues. So this is her first time competing in this phase of the competition this weekend. Let's see what you guys thought. A 6.770, 6.770. That's good enough to put her currently in third place in our two-wheel skills challenge. Gonna give her an opportunity to refire that Monster Jam truck. Nice close-up of those shark jaws right there.
Monster Jam fans, we need you to put your horns up and get loud. It's time for our Armando Castro in
Steering wheel out the window on that one. You can see him shaking that steering wheel as he's in the popper. Nose wheelie stoppy combo. Kicks it into reverse. Going for the moonwalk. Gets the moonwalk. Drags it back. Shifting the weight from the front right and left BKT tires right now. Bringing it down to the brink and back down on all four BKT tires.
Put your horns up. Make some noise for Armando Castro, El Toro Loco. Scoring is open at judgeszone.com. And if you haven't scored yet, what are you waiting for, Orlando? Let's get to it.
That's right, Taylor. You tell him. They got a score at judgeszone.com. Two great technical moves from Armando Castro. Orlando seems to like it. Let's see how this translates into scores, though. Score to beat Classroom Crusher, 8.407. The score for El Toro Loco is 9.204, and just like that, the Crazy Bull charges his way to the top of the leaderboard. Take a look once again at that super glue glued to the action replay. First attempt was a popper, had a lot of aggression behind that one. Found that balancing point perfectly. And then that extra flare right there on the video board, that steering wheel out the window. Making his way onto the track, a World Finals champion, Zach Garner, Monster Motivation. That puppy's on a roll after that popper. Pivoting right there. Literally balancing on the brink. I don't think we've seen this one before, Monster Jam fans. Walks the dog forward. Into reverse, the moonwalk. Can he get the combo? We got those back BKT tires rolling.
Monster Jam fans, put your paws together. That was Zach Garner, Monster Mutt Dalmatian. Scoring is open at judgeszone.com.
Let's take a look at that super cool glue to the action replay. Goes for the popper. But right now, the standout moment, something I've never seen before. So he pivots the Monster Jam truck, but then inches closer to that ramp, almost straddling it from side to side between those two BKT tires. Let's see how that translates into scores at judgeszone.com. Scores are locked in. And 8.816, respectable score. That's going to put him currently in second place. Up next, your 2022 Arena Series champion, Kristen Anderson, Gravedigger. Can she get the save? Put your hands together for Kristen Anderson, Team Gravedigger. Looks like a broken axle right there on that Monster Jam truck. Head on over to judgeszone.com. Let us know what you guys thought of that one. That attempt started off so strong. She took that Monster Jam truck literally to the right there, right to the boundary line. Kicked it in reverse. Got the wheelie with the reverse popper on the wheelie bar right there. Tries to get the save. But gravity just takes over there. Let's see how this is going to play out. A 6.726. 6.726. So that's going to put her currently in sixth place in our two-wheel skills challenge. You can see our current leaderboard. Armando Castro, El Toro Loco, 9.204 remains the score to beat, with one competitor remaining down there on the track. Quick shout out, though, to our JCB Dirt Squad, helping us out, the official equipment partner here at Monster Jam. Taylor, I hear that you're in the stands right now, ready to play some games. What's going on?
Yeah, I am. I've got Lauren, I've got Aniston, I've got Piper, and I've got Leona. Hi. Wave hi, girls. Now, they've recruited Dad. You can see he's so excited about it, to play a game with his girls. So, Dad, come on over. Switch spots with me. Because it's time for Finish the Lyric. We're going to play a song, and all you have to do is sing along with your girls. And if so, you're all going home with a prize, okay? All right, Monster Jam fans, let's cue the music.
Oh,
You got this, Dad. Let's go.
don't let them in, don't let them see. Be the good girl you always have to be. Conceal, don't feel, don't let them know.
Here it is, big finish.
And now they know. Let it go, let it go. Don't hold it back anymore. Let it go, let it go. Turn away and slam the door.
Okay, make some noise for Lauren! You know, I think you did that on behalf of all the girl dads here in the building. So why don't you come on back in just a few weeks to bring your daughters to the newest production of Disney on Ice. Monster Jam fans, make some noise for Lauren, Piper, and Aniston. And if you want to join them at the newest production of Disney on Ice, Spotlight Magic, go ahead and take a look up at the video board for more information. Wait, bye, everybody.
Everyone's invited when Mickey and his friends roll out the red carpet and turn on the spotlight to celebrate your favorite stars. Strike a pose. Shine bright. And discover the glitz and glamour. Only at Disney on Ice Spotlight Magic. Coming to Kia Center September 4th through 6th. Tickets on sale now. Visit
Taylor, that was such a great girl dad moment from one girl dad to the next. We got Tony Oaks, Team JCB Ticketron. Kicks it into the wheelie for the combo.
Make some noise, Orlando, for Tony Oaks, JCB Ticketron. Dig it up. His teammate, TJ Tiffany, digging it up. What did you fans think? Go ahead and give us your scores.
Two solid back-to-back combination moves, perfectly executed by Tony Oaks, Team JCB Ticketron. Now, I'm getting a little callback from earlier because it is coming down to these two same competitors once again. Earlier today, it did in fact come down to Armando Castro, El Toro Loco, and Tony Oaks, Team JCB Ticketron. So let's see. Oh, he's throwing rocks right now. All right. Friendly reminder, score to beat 9.204, which does in fact belong to Armando Castro, Team El Toro Loco. The score for JCB Ticketron is 9.332, your winner, Tony Oaks, Team JCB Ticketron. He'll be joined by TJ Tiffany, his teammate, ready to celebrate. This is his second Two-Wheel Skills Challenge win on the weekend. Again, the pattern right now is actually really entertaining because, again, it came down to Armando and Tony earlier this afternoon. And here's Tony once again, sitting pretty on the pod.
Oh, he is fired up indeed, and with good reason. For the second straight competition, it came down to the final competitor, Tony Oaks. You did not back down, and you have won yourself 2 back-to-back two-wheel skills. How you feeling, man? I mean, those combinations were crazy.
It's tough out here, man. We got the best in the business. This is Monster Jam, baby. This is the big leagues of monster trucks right here. Best in the best. Armando, man, it's always tight against that guy. Everybody here, fantastic job out here. You know, to come down that hill like that and climb back up that hill, that is a feat right there, boy. I got my crew chief hollering in my ear the whole time, but hey, I had to get that thing done, and we sure did.
Absolutely, 8 points on the board. And of course, you're not alone here. You got TJ Tiffany. You got a hometown superstar right here in Orlando. He's about to take over this track. Let's talk to the people and let them know what's coming their way.
These guys are crazy. I get on a dirt bike, and if I get over 3 feet of air, I am scared to death. But these guys, they're wild. They're crazy. We had to drag this guy out of the insane asylum here this morning to get him here today. Orlando, hold on to your butts, because it's about to get hot.
Keep it going for Team JCB Gigatron.
Have 8 of the most talented competitors anywhere in the world, and they are ready to throw down and compete in not 1, but 2 FMX competitions. We got the best upright trick competition, the best trick competition, and by the end, we are going to have 2 more champions here at Monster Jam Freestyle Mania in pursuit of that ultimate goal, the BKT Overall Event Championship. You can see all of them getting a feel for this dirt. They're going to have a feel for the track. Let's meet them. TJ Tiffany, JCB Gigatron. Drew Slough, Classroom Crusher. It's Greg Duffy, Monster Mutt Dalmatian. AJ Roseboro, Team El Toro Loco. Making his way down the ramp, Noah Bakken, Team Grave Digger. It's Chandler Hyder, Team Zombie. Cam Sepulveda, Sparkle Smash. And last but not least, we got Scott Murray, Team Megalodon. Orlando, if you do not have your smartphones out yet, now's the time to take them out, right? These are the Instagrammable moments we talk about here at Monster Jam Freestyle Mania. You never know what you're going to see, what cool trick is going to come down the ramp. We got some whip action from AJ Roseboro. Seat grab heart attack, courtesy of Noah Bakken. We got the layout from Chandler Hyder. Huge whip action, Cam Sepulveda. And the silly salmon, courtesy of Scott Murray. What do you say, Orlando? Was that fun? Do you want some more? Oh, come on, it's Saturday night. Do you want more?
Listen to this crowd. Here we go, Orlando. It is time to kick off the FMX portion of Freestyle Mania. We have the best upright trick coming up. That means that we're only going to do tricks upright. No backflipping for this round. Judgeszone.com is the place to be. 20 seconds at the end of each jump. So let's bring the energy back up. Kia Center, are you ready for the FMX best upright trick?
Keep that energy going, because coming up first, it's Chandler Hyder, Team Zombie. Chandler Hyder hails from Lake Elsinore, California. He actually made his Monster Jam debut back in 2022, but his official debut with Monster Jam Freestyle Mania was actually this season alongside Brandon Telechko with Team Zombie.
Monster Jam fans, make some noise for your first FMX competitor, Chandler Hyder, Zombie. Scoring is open at Judgeszone.com.
Let us know what you thought of our first competitor as Super Glue glued to the action. Free play, kicks that leg out in front of the FMX bike while holding his hands onto the handlebars. Scores are locked in. Let's take it up to the video board. A 7.554. 7.554 will be the score to beat. Continuing on with our next competitor, it's Greg Duffy, Monster Mutt Dalmatian. Greg Duffy has been riding professionally since 2018, one of our long-tenured veterans here at Monster Jam, traveling nationally and internationally and competing at an elite level.
make some noise for Greg Duffy, Team Monster Mutt Dalmatian. There you go, Zach. JudgesZone.com, 20 seconds.
Let us know what you guys thought of that huge whip action from Greg Duffy, Monster Mutt Dalmatian. Look at the technique there. He actually releases his legs as well. So he does release one of his legs, gives a little bit of that variation on the traditional whip action. Let's get those scores locked in at JudgesZone.com. 7.557 is the score to beat by Zombie. The score for Monster Mutt Dalmatian is a 7.909, which means we got a new leader and a new score to beat.
Orlando, give it up for my buddy, my pal, the one and only JCB freestyle motocross rider. There is TJ Tiffany, JCB Digatron.
TJ Tiffany, JCB Digatron, hails from right here in Orlando, Florida. So he's bringing it home here for all of you Floridians. Not only is he a well-respected veteran here at Monster Jam, but he's also a stunt man as well, guys.
Let them hear you, Monster Jam fans. That was TJ Tiffany, JCB Digatron.
You're my boy. That's my boy right there, TJ. One of the toughest tricks in freestyle motocross, with that rock solid to fly through the air that high and completely let go of that dirt bike altogether. Boy, that's a feat right there. Great job, TJ.
All right, Tony, let's focus our attention on that video board, Tony. Scores are locked in. 7.909 is the score to beat. The score for JCB Digatron is 8.991. 8.991. New leader. New score to beat. And just like that, TJ Tiffany, JCB Digatron jumps his way to the top of the leaderboard. But can he remain there? Coming up next, the black and green wrecking machine, Noah Bakken, Team Gravedigger. Noah Bakken was teamed up with Weston Anderson this year, and they took home the Freestyle Mania Series Championship.
Put your hands together for Noah Bakken, Gravedigger. Yeah. She's saying tens, but what about you fans? Let us know at JudgesZone.com.
Taylor, I know you normally translate for the drivers, but I'm pretty sure Kristen just said, "Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me?" right there. Super glue to the action replay, clicks the heels together, goes into the cliffhanger, one of his signature combination moves. Scores are locked in. 8.991. JCB Digatron is the score to beat. The score for Gravedigger is 9.190. We got a new leader and a new score to beat. Coming up next, here to add a little sparkle to the track from Daytona, Florida, we got Cam Sepulveda, Team Sparkle Smash. Cam Sepulveda made his Monster Jam debut in 2024. Made a name for himself, though, on the Freestyle Mania series as a very fierce competitor, taking the silver medal at Monster Jam World Finals. Let's hear it for Cam Sepulveda, Team Sparkle Smash. Head on over to JudgesZone.com. Let us know what you guys thought of that one. Another rock solid. So look at the form here. Grabs onto the seat. The goal is to have a nice extended full wingspan of the arms. Some competitors choose to bend their knees, which is what we saw with JCB Digatron's TJ Tiffany. He opted here, Cam Sepulveda, for a more Superman-like position. Let's see what you guys thought. Scores are locked in. judgeszone.com. At 8.635, that's going to put him currently in third place. Coming up next, he's one of the coolest kids in class, Drew Slough, Classroom Crusher. Drew Slough actually made his debut with Monster Jam Freestyle Mania with the first iteration of this concept last summer, then continued on with that momentum going into Freestyle Mania at the beginning of 2026.
Monster Jam fans, are you taking notes? Make some noise for Drew Slough, Classroom Crusher. Scoring his open.
Huge whip. Look right there. Body bike parallel, then goes upward in a vertical position. Super glued to the action replay is your reminder as you guys are scoring at judgeszone.com. Getting word now that those scores are locked in, so let's see what you thought. An 8.898, putting him currently in third place in this phase of the competition with 2 competitors remaining. Let's get wild, let's get crazy. From right here in Orlando, Florida, AJ Roseboro, Team El Toro Loco. AJ Roseboro made his Monster Jam debut with us back in 2025. He was teamed up with Fernando Martinez this season on Monster Jam Freestyle Mania. This weekend, he's rocking and rolling with Armando Castro, and they seem to be doing really well for themselves.
Put those horns up, Orlando, for AJ Roseboro, El Toro Loco. You know what to do. That's right. Show him Armando. Score now.
Let's take a look right there. The super glued to the action replay. He releases the arms from the handlebars. Almost goes into a windmill action with those arms and then grabs onto the seat while extending his body behind him. Scores are locked in. The score for El Toro Loco is an 8.779, putting him currently in fourth place in this phase of the competition with 1 competitor remaining. Looking to swim his way to the top of the leaderboard, it's Scott Murray, Team Megalodon. Scott Murray has 9 FMX upright trick wins on the 2026 season, looking for number 10, which would tie him with Cam Sepulveda, Team Sparkle Smash. These two have been going head-to-head pretty much all season long, so let's see what he has in store.
Let me see those Megalodon jaws, and let me hear you make some noise for Scott Murray, Megalodon. Let's get those scores in, Orlando.
Super glued to the action replay. That's what we call the KOD. The bike drops vertically. His entire body goes upward in a handstand position. One of the most difficult tricks to pull off here at Monster Jam. But was it enough to secure the win? Score to beat, 9.190, which is Noah Bakken, Team Gravedigger. The score for Megalodon is close, but not enough. 8.993, which means the winner of the FMX Best Upright Trick Competition, Noah Bakken, Team Gravedigger.
Check him out, Noah Bakken on top of the leaderboard for FMX. 8 points for Team Gravedigger. Kristen, you were watching in the back. Your jaw just dropped. I think that was the first time you actually seen Noah do that trick.
I mean, you know, I really feel like it was like I was a fan sitting in the stands watching Noah. I mean, he's an outside cat for sure. He's pretty gnarly, and I'm excited for the next competition, dude. He killed it.
Absolutely. Let's find out where that leaves Kristen, Team Gravedigger, and the rest of the competitors on the BKT overall event leaderboard. Team El Toro Loco and Team JCB Digatron, two-way tie with 19 points apiece. Team Gravedigger, that's you and Noah right there, Kristen, 16 points. And Team Monster Mutt Dalmatian with 15 points, rounding out the top four. So let's get right into it. I mean, Kristen Anderson is here, so why not? What do you say, Orlando? Are you ready for the next competition? Here we go. It is now time for the FMX Best Trick Competition. Anything goes here. Front flips, back flips, side flips. I just made that last one up. Whatever they throw up, get on judgeszone.com. 20 seconds on the clock. Let's get loud one more time. Orlando, are you ready for the FMX Best Trick Competition?
You know what to do when that music comes on. I want to see those zombie arms moving. We even got a zombie cam for you guys for Chandler Hyder, Team Zombie. Chandler Hyder has been riding professionally since 2018, and this guy is an adrenaline junkie, all right? When he's not soaring through the air on that dirt bike, he's actually skydiving, all right? So he has a skydiver's license as well.
Monster Jam fans, we just got our first backflip of the evening. Make some noise for Chandler Hyder Zombie. You know what time it is. It's time to score.
Let us know what you guys thought of that backflip on the Super Glue to the action replay. Looked like he was possibly going for a variation because you did see his feet come off of the pedals during that rotation. Scores are locked in. Let's see what they are. An 8.631, 8.631 will be the score to beat here in the FMX Best Trick Competition. Ding, ding, ding. School's out for the summer, which means it's time for Drew Slough, Classroom Crusher. Hailing from Eagle, Colorado, he is our youngest competitor, born in 2004. Yes, you heard that right, 2004.
Let's hear it for Drew Slough, Classroom Crusher. Scoring 1-0, tens. What you think, Monster Jam fans? Do you agree?
Taylor, that was the whip flip. So if you look really closely on the Super Glue to the action replay, as he makes that rotation, he's actually whipping the bike slightly in the air as he is doing the backflip. So a variation on the traditional backflip. Let's see how that translates into scores at judgeszone.com. An 8.540, 8.540. Good enough for second place currently here in this phase of the competition. Can you dig it? It's CJ Tiffany, JCB Digatron. CJ Tiffany's professional debut goes back to 2006. His Monster Jam debut, 2011. He's your hometown guy, or one of your hometown guys actually here this weekend. We got a lot of them representing Orlando, Florida. And not only that, guys, he is a world competitor, okay? He has competed quite literally all over the world in places like Australia, the UK, South Africa, so many amazing places.
Can you dig it? Monster Jam fans, that was TJ Tiffany, JCB Digatron. Scores are open.
That was the knack flip, so take a look there on the video board. He kicks out one of his legs, that right leg kicks out, swivels the hips, crosses it behind his body, showcasing some nice variation and flexibility there as he's making that rotation. Scores are locked in. Score to beat, quick reminder, is Zombie, 8.631. The score for JCB Digatron is an 8.775, which means we got a new leader and a new score to beat. Continuing on with our next competitor, let's get a little crazy for AJ Roseboro, Team El Toro Loco. Much like you heard me talk about with TJ Tiffany, AJ Roseborough is also an international competitor. He had spent over a year competing in China. And now he is here on Monster Jam Freestyle Mania, here to throw down as our next competitor, getting a feel for this dirt right now and setting up with that ramp.
Who needs hands when you're doing a backflip? Not AJ Roseborough. Make some noise for Team El Toro Loco. Get those scores in, Orlando.
That's right, Taylor. That's the ultimate. Look, Ma, no hands. And he is able to do a full extension of those arms, no bend at the elbow, which showcases a lot of confidence and also strength and flexibility as he's able to pull that off. One of the only people who actually goes that hard for a no-hand backflip. But was it enough to jump to the top of the leaderboard? 8.775 JCB Digatron is the score to beat. The score for AJ Roseborough is at 8.989. New leader, new score to beat. Armando Castro going round and round he goes. Back there in the cheering section. I don't know. Who let the dogs out? Greg Duffy, Monster Mutt Dalmatian. Fun fact about Greg Duffy, he is a Guinness Book of World Record holder, the first and only person to successfully execute a double front flip on a dirt bike.
Monster Jam fans, let me hear you bark and howl for Greg Duffy, Monster Mutt Dalmatian.
Oh, and of course his teammate Zach Garner there. Go Greg behind the scenes with the double heel clicker backflip. Clicking those heels together not once, but twice during that rotation. Score to beat right now, El Toro Loco, 8.989. The score for Greg Duffy, Monster Mutt Dalmatian is 9.078. New leader, new score to beat. One competitor, Taylor, is just outdoing the next right now. They truly are raising the bar. Making his way down onto the track, looking to swim up to the top of the leaderboard. It's Scott Murray, Team Megalodon. Scott Murray has dominated this phase of the competition all season long at Monster Jam Freestyle Mania with an incredible, unprecedented 48 best trick wins.
Monster Jam fans, pick your jaws off the floor and make some noise for Scott Murray Megalodon. Don't forget to score, my friends. Score now at judgeszone.com.
Taylor, I heard a lot of oohs and ahs on that one. Look at that agility. Kicks those legs out into the KOD flip on the super glue to the action replay. I told you these guys are up in the ante each and every time. Score to beat currently 9.078 courtesy of Monster Mutt Dalmatian. The score for Scott Murray in Megalodon is 9.714. 9.714. We got a new leader and a new score to beat. Two competitors remaining. He's bare to the bone. Let's hear it for Noah Bakken, Team Gravedigger. Noah Bakken took the series win this year, and that propelled him to Monster Jam World Finals, where he walked away as the gold medalist at Monster Jam World Finals.
Orlando, give it up for Noah Bakken, Gravedigger. It's time to score now.
We got the double heel clicker backflip right here. Click, click. There we go. Finishes the rotation. Super glue to the action replay. The question is, was that enough to take the lead away from Scott Murray? Let's find out. Scores are locked in. Close, but not enough. 9.133. Very close. Second place with one competitor remaining. Our final competitor here in the FMX Best Trick Competition from right here in Florida. Come on, Monster Jam fans, here to add a little glitter. It's Cam Sepulveda, Team Sparkle Smash. Ready to Sparkle Smash the competition. He currently has 11 FMX Best Trick wins on the 2026 season. Right now, he's trying to go for 12. It all comes down to this. He's piloting the Yamaha YZ250 two-stroke bike.
Monster Jam fans, I need you to make some noise for Cam Sepulveda, Sparkle Smash. We got a lot going on back there. Zombies digging it up, Sparkle Smash, got their horns up. We love to see it at Freestyle Mania.
We got the switchblade backflip right there. Switching those legs from front to back during that backflip. Scores are locked in. The score for Sparkle Smash is 9.062. 9.062. That means your winner of the FMX Best Trick Competition, Scott Murray, Team Megalodon.
But Monster Jam fans, I don't think we should let these Freestyle Mania FMX superstars go just yet. I want to see more. Orlando, what about you? Do you want more? Well, that's exactly what you're about to get. In just a few moments, you're going to witness something you can only see right here at Monster Jam Freestyle Mania. All 8 riders soaring through the air, back to back, and train formation. So here's what I need from you. I need you to take a deep breath, clear your throats, because I want you to scream so loud that we can't even hear the bikes. In 3, 2, 1. These riders have been hand-selected from all across the country. They're the best of the best. And they're going to jump once more for each and every one of you fans. So take out your phones. Make sure to use the hashtag MonsterJam. Let's go viral in Orlando today. Make some noise in 3, 2, 1.
Let's hear it one more time for your amazing FMX superstars, TJ Tiffany, JCB Dickatron, Greg Duffy, Monster Mutt Dalmatian, AJ Roseboro, Team El Toro Loco, Noah Bakken, Team Gravedigger, Cam Sepulveda, Team Sparkle Smash, Drew Slough, Classroom Crusher. We got Chandler Hyder, Team Zombie, and of course, Scott Murray, Team Megalodon. We're going to hear from your best trick winner, Noah Bakken, Team Gravedigger, and your best upright trick winner, your best upright trick winner, Noah Bakken, Team Gravedigger, and your best trick winner. We got Scott Murray, Team Megalodon. Fun fact, Scott Murray has said he wanted to hit 49 best trick wins because he's 49 years old. He just did it! Right here in Orlando, hit the milestone that he's been working towards for the 2026 season.
It is incredible to see what our athletes can accomplish when they set their minds to it. Noah Bakken, Team Gravedigger, joined there by Kristen Anderson. What a dynamic duo already, man. Noah Bakken, we talked about it, the cliff clicker. That's what I'm going with. Maybe you got a different name for it. 8 points on the board. How you feeling?
I'm feeling great. It's click hanger. I think. It's confusing every time. But Kristen, I'm so happy we could get a win for you. You know, me and your brother created that trick, and I asked him if I could do it for you, and he gave me permission to. And I'm like, you know what? I'm doing it today. It wasn't my best one, but I promise you tomorrow I'm going to do the best one I've ever done. Orlando, you guys have been amazing. Team Gravediggers on top. Let us hear ya.
Well, I don't know how it gets better than that, Noah Buchan. I guess we'll have to tune in tomorrow to see if you walk away with another victory. But Scott Murray, you just heard Christina talking about it. That is number 49 on the 2026 season. I mean, unreal. You wanted it, you got it, and now how do you feel?
You know, I feel awesome. I wanted to go for it. You know, my shoulder's been giving me some glitches, and but it's feeling stronger and stronger. And it was, man, it was just like I wanted. It was right there. And, you know, I know the rest of the guys are throwing down. Cam's been coming hard all weekend long. And, you know, Noah obviously throwing down. So it's just such a blessing. But all glory to God, man. I just want to thank my Lord and Savior for keeping us safe out here today. That's right. Without him, we are nothing. And this is such an amazing opportunity we've been blessed with.
We talked about it back in the pits. You were like, hey, 49, why not go for 50? You have an opportunity tomorrow here at the Kia Center. But let's get this crowd excited. Deidre Garner right now is getting strapped in with Megalodon. Monster Jam Freestyle is about to hit the track. What do you say, Scott?
Oh, man, this is the best part of the show. It's coming up right now. Monster Jam Freestyle. These trucks are coming out here. They're going to flip them. They're going to roll them. They're going to wreck them. Half these trucks ain't even driving out of here. You guys are in for a treat. We're going to be in the back watching at the edge of our seats. You guys need to be in the same place. Don't miss it. It's coming up next.
Orlando, make some noise for your winners. Scott Murray, Megalodon, Noah Buchan, Team Gravedigger.
We have reached the pinnacle of the event. It's time for Monster Jam Freestyle.
Let's hear it for Logan Ashline. Sparkle Smash! You know, life is just better when you got glitter everywhere, all right? She started off so strong with glitter on the track. Make sure that you guys are headed on over to judgeszone.com. There's that moment right there on the Super Glue to the action replay. Some big air, and she built up the momentum gradually throughout the freestyle run. Scores are locked in. Let's see what you thought. A 7.412. 7.412 for Logan Ashline. Sparkle Smash. First competitor down. We got a lot more Monster Jam-packed action coming your way in the freestyle competition. And the points are very, very close right now. We have multiple ties at the top and 8 points left on the board. Making her way onto the track, competing since 2016, Deirdre Garner, Megalodon.
Put those fins together and make some noise for Deidre Garner, Megalodon. Thank you, Scott Murray. Whoa! All right, this is Freestyle Mania, isn't it, Christina?
Taylor, I said this earlier. I miss all of the antics that we had all season long. So I am happy they are back and better than ever. Let us know what you guys thought one more time of Deidre Garner, Megalodon. Scores are locked in. A 6.972, 6.972. That's going to put her currently in second place in the freestyle competition. Going to give her an opportunity to see if she can refire that Monster Jam truck. And by the sound of it, it looks like we are good to go. He's your 2024 Rising Star of the Year, Dalton Widener, Classroom Crusher.
Put your hands together for Dalton Widener, Classroom Crusher. It's time to score, everybody, at judgeszone.com.
Solid variety there from Dalton Widener behind the wheel of Classroom Crusher. We got some of the more technical moves with those wheelies. We saw some sky wheelies as well. Some big air, again, juxtaposed by those more technical and more grounded tricks that he was able to incorporate into his freestyle. Scores are locked in. Friendly reminder, score to beat right now is Sparkle Smash 7.412. The score for Dalton Widener is 7.857, 7.857, which means we got a new leader and a new score to beat.
Hanging out in the stands with my friend Aria. Aria, wave high. And she and I, we're getting ready to play the St. Jude Children's Research Hospital Helmet Shuffle, all right? Orlando, let's take a look up at the video board. Aria, we're going to give you 3 helmets, but only 1 trophy. I need you to keep your eye on the helmet that's holding that trophy. You ready? Here we go. Keep watching. You got it? All right. Mom's looking a little nervous, but Aria, she has the locked-in eyes that she knows. Which number?
1.
It's time to find out. Let's lift those helmets. All right. Hey, make some noise for Aria! Nice work. I I love the serious face. She's like, I mean business. I came here to win, and I did. And guess what? You're going home with your very own Monster Jam truck plush. Compliments of all of us here at Feld Entertainment. Everybody make some noise for Aria.
And remember, Monster Jam fans, we have an incredible partnership with St. Jude Children's Research Hospitals, and you still have an opportunity to donate. That QR code is up there on the video board. Getting word that Team Gravedigger is currently in the lead right now with the most donations on behalf of their team. 50% right now, but we still got a little more time to get those donations in. Every dollar makes a difference. So go ahead, scan that QR code. We will crown a St. Jude Ambassador Team of the Night momentarily. You see him down there on the track, your two-time World Finals champion, Armando Castro, Team El Toro Loco. Nice stoppie with 30 seconds on the clock. Back on all four BKT tires. Live shot of him in the cab right now. Looks like he's squaring off with the Morgan & Morgan backflip ramp. Less than 20 seconds on the clock to get this going. 15 seconds. We're going full throttle.
That was Armando Castro, El Toro Loco.
Well, Orlando, that got a reaction. I hope your guys are turning those screams into scores at judgeszone.com. All right. Scores are locked in. Score to beat, 7.857. Classroom Crusher. The score for El Toro Loco is 9.485. The Crazy Bull charges to the top of the leaderboard here in the freestyle competition. Now let's take a look at that super glue glued to the action replay. Unbelievable dynamic moves here, but this was the showstopper. Ricochets off of that Morgan & Morgan backflip. Almost like doing a fist bump with the Morgan & Morgan backflip and those front BKT tires. Such great momentum going into it. Coming up next, 2026 Extreme Air of the Year Award winner. Making his way onto the track, it's Zach Garner, Monster Motivation.
Orlando, put those paws together and make some noise for Zach Gardner, Monster Mutt Dalmatian. Let's score now, everybody, at judgeszone.com.
That was an electric freestyle. Take a look at the super glue glued to the action replay. At about the 21-second mark, we saw some of the biggest air that we have seen all weekend long. What we just witnessed also there was that nice popper to end it. But was that enough to take the lead? We're about to find out because scores are locked in. Good enough for second place. Very respectable score. 9.008. 9.008 for Monster Mutt Dalmatian. He's a U.S. Army veteran, Tony Oaks, JCB Ticketron.
Monster Jam fans, keep it going for Tony Oaks, JCB Ticketron. Go ahead and turn your screams into scores at judgeszone.com.
A very dynamic freestyle courtesy of Tony Oaks, JCB Ticketron. The move that stood out to me was that incredible stoppie towards the end. He soared through the air, stopped the Monster Jam truck on the front BKT tires in that nice vertical positioning. Scores are locked in. Let's take our attention up to that video board. An 8.874, 8.874, putting him currently in third place in the freestyle competition with 2 competitors remaining. Orlando, those bells mean one thing. Who's ready for Gravedigger? Let's hear it for Chris and Anderson, Team Gravedigger. Oh, Noah. Oh, boy. Don't get dizzy back there. We saw some of those nice Monster Jam donuts towards the end of her freestyle run. You guys know what to do. Come on. Go ahead. Judgeszone.com. Lock in those scores for Kristen Anderson, Team Gravedigger. It is coming down to the wire. Remember, I told you guys there was a lot of ties at the top of the BKT overall event leaderboard. Let's take it up there right now. Let's see what you guys thought of the freestyle competition for Kristen Anderson. And 8.465, fourth place. But wait, Kristen. Team Gravedigger's going home. The St. Jude Ambassador of the Night. Take a look, 50% of those donations. You talked about it during halftime, how important that was for you and Noah Bakken. You got it, girl. 100% of those proceeds are going back to support St. Jude Children's Research Hospital. So give it up one more time for Team Gravedigger. Once again, Monster Jam fans, thank you so much for your generosity. It's because of fans like you that we are over $175,000 in donations for St. Jude Children's Research Hospital. And the goal right now for the rest of the 2026 season is to get to $200,000, all right? And we can do it thanks to fans like you.
Orlando! No, you can do better than that. I said Orlando! Are you ready for Zombie Freestyle? Make some noise! Give it up for Jamie Garner driving Zombie!
Jamie Garner, Zombie! I need everyone in the Kia Center to put those zombie arms out!
What a fun way to end the freestyle competition, man. Bar, you gotta give us some feedback on that one.
Man, Christina, that was perfect. Give it up for Jamie Garner one more time. Did you see that save? That was incredible. Man, I love it. You guys in Orlando have been great. I can't wait to see the score myself. Cairo, what do you think?
Oh, yeah, y'all better make that a 10 right now.
All right, Bari, hold on. The scores are coming in. I want you to read the score, Bari, all right? Let's take it up to the video board.
All right, 9.170. Good enough for second place. Give it up for Jamie Garner one more time, driving Zombie.
Solid finish for Jamie Garner in Zombie. But Monster Jam fans, your freestyle winner and BKT Overall Event Championship Team, the Crazy Bull, Team El Toro Loco. Orlando, let's hear it one more time for your BKT Overall Event Champion right there. Yeah, go ahead, Armando. Go ahead. We got to celebrate with you. You got AJ Roseborough making his way onto the track right now. All of our FMX superstars making their way onto the track. The grand finale of Monster Jam Freestyle Mania event number 2. That marks 28 BKT Overall Event Championship wins for Armando Castro. The first one as a team here, though, at Monster Jam Freestyle Mania alongside AJ Roseborough. They seem happy there. You got David Mila with some hardware, going to get ready to hand that over and hear from not only our freestyle winners, but our BKT Overall Event champs.
Listen to this crowd here in Orlando. Team El Toro Loco is on top. Let's catch up with our winners. We got Armando Castro, AJ Roseborough over here. AJ, I want to talk to you first, man. Let me squeeze in here if you don't mind. Look, we have some people over here that are really excited to see you on over there. Look at them go, AJ. Talk to me about all of your friends here in your home state.
Hey, Orlando holds a special place in my heart, and you guys were rocking the house tonight. Thank you for coming out and spending your hard-earned money here at Monster Jam Freestyle Mania, and I love you guys. Thank you so much.
AJ's hard work and efforts led to here on top of the pod, and of course Armando Castro. This is the home of the Orlando Magic, and I think there was some magic in the air. You are the BKT Overall Event Champion.
What's up, Orlando? Oh yeah. Man, you know, from the beginning of the event, we knew we were feeling good. You know, we came out here, we took the JCB Racing, we bring that momentum to two-wheel skills, we fell short second place, and we knew we had to lay it on for the Monster Jam Freestyle. We hit that Morgan to Morgan backflip. Man, there's no better feeling than flipping a 12,000-pound, 1,500 horsepower Monster Jam truck right here inside the Kia Center, man. I was just like many of you guys in the stands. Let me tell you a little something about myself. I went to my very first show when I was 6 years old, wishing one day that I can drive a Monster Jam truck. I didn't have no motorsports background. I didn't have no family. I didn't know anybody in the business. I was just a young Latino that had a dream to come out here and drive these Monster Jam trucks. Sí, y tengo un mensaje para todos mis latinos que sí se puede. Dreams do come true, baby. Dale con muchas ganas. Y sí se puede. Arriba los latinos. And if you had fun at Monster Jam, baby, let's make some noise.
Congratulations one more time. Team El Toro Loco walking away for the second event here as your BKT Overall Event Champions. Taylor, whew, I'm a little tired, but man, was that electric.
I know. I gotta agree with you, Christina. I mean, I think this was the first event that I've been at in a while that you guys, you got increasingly louder, more electric. No matter what went down on the track, you made sure those drivers and those riders heard you. We felt it. I know that they felt it down there on the track. I guess the only thing that we have to do now is top it tomorrow.
I know, that's right, guys. We got one more tomorrow. We got a pit party. We got one final event. But before we close this out, can we just give, I don't know where he is on the track, but can we give Jamie Garner his flowers? Because that was one of his best freestyles that I've personally ever seen.
Yeah, and I don't know if he was inspired by Orlando hometown hero Barry Musauer, because, you know, you guys, you made it known that you know who he was. And Jamie Garner, he's not leaving out of here, not being remembered by you Orlando fans. But that's what happens here at Monster Jam. We make history. We make memories for not only our drivers and riders, but each and every one of you in the stands.
And we truly hope you guys had as much fun as we did. On behalf of David Mila down there on the track, the lovely Taylor Olivia, I'm Christina Moore, and from all of us here at Feld Entertainment, Orlando!
That was Monster Jam Freestyle Mania.